welcome back to Howl-O-Ween. I thought what I'd do to wrap things up this year, I'd go ahead and tell you a really scary story. Yeah, so I've turned down the lights in the studio, and I just got a little moonlight coming in and setting the stage here to tell you this here story. Now, this is a true story. It really happened, I know, because I was there. I was part of it. And it's a story I call The Deadly Egg. This story takes place many years ago when I was a little kid. Yeah. But the story doesn't happen right away on Halloween. No. This story had its start in April. Yeah. We kids were in school, and as I recall, we were at recess one day, kind of sitting around talking the way kids do, and naturally the topic of conversation turned to Halloween, as it often did. See, we like to plan our routes and our costumes and everything, because to have a successful Halloween, you had to plan everything way in advance. One other thing we like to do is plan tricks for Halloween. Pranks. And if there was one person we were determined to pull a prank on, it was Clarice the cat. Ugh. I've told you about her before. Ugh. Clarice the cat. She was rotten. Not just because she was a cat, but she was always causing trouble for us kids. Like we'd be riding our bikes down the sidewalk past her house, and she'd be out there watering her lawn, and she'd turn the garden hose on us. And then she'd laugh and say, "Oops, sorry." Yeah, she wasn't sorry at all. So we were determined to get back at her. And Halloween was the perfect time to pull a prank on Clarice the cat. We kicked a lot of ideas around, everything from blowing up her mailbox to flattening her tires to all kinds of stuff. But in the end, we decided on an old standby, rotten eggs. But we weren't just gonna egg her house. That wasn't enough. No, we had to do something more. So here's what we decided to do. Each one of us kids procured themselves an egg. And then we set about to make those eggs the rottenest eggs that were ever thrown. Now, I don't know about the other kids, but what I did, I took my egg and had it in a cardboard egg carton, right? And I tucked it away in the closet where my mom wouldn't find it. And then I let it sit there. And on sunny days, I'd take it out and put it in the sun. So from April to May to June and July and August and September, I nurtured that egg. I wanted to create a deadly egg. All summer long, it got rottener and rottener and rottener, all the way into October. And soon it would be time for Halloween. As fate would have it, we didn't wind up with 6 eggs. No. One kid, his mom found the egg and threw it away. Other eggs were lost to accidents, and a couple dried out. But not my egg, because I was so careful with that egg. My egg was the rottenest egg ever. And so, by Halloween night, only my egg survived. And then we voted on who would throw the deadly egg. I wanted to throw the egg because it was my egg, but, well, I had to face Clarice the cat the year before, and the kids figured it was somebody else's turn, and that was only fair. And so, we elected Timmy Forrester to throw the deadly egg. We trick-or-treated that Halloween night, and anticipation was high on top of trick-or-treating because we were going to throw a deadly egg at Clarice the cat. So the plan was Timmy would ring Clarice's doorbell, and when she came to the door, he'd throw the egg at Clarice the cat. And if he couldn't hit Clarice the cat, he was supposed to try and at least get it in her front hallway so it'd stain the carpets and stuff and really stink up her house. But fate had something else in store for us. We saved Clarice the cat's house for last. And then, I took the deadly egg in its cardboard carton out of my bag, and I gave it to Timmy. Timmy gingerly removed the deadly egg from its cardboard carton. And he held it in his hand, and we could hear it sloshing around with stinky slime inside. And then, while the rest of us hid in Mrs. Collingwood's bushes in front of her house so we couldn't be seen, Timmy steeled up his nerves, crossed the street, and then, step by step, walked up the front path to Clarice the cat's house. He mounted the porch, step by step, and then he rang the doorbell and stepped back. Clarice the cat came to the door. She opened it and looked out. And then we could see Timmy froze. He froze with terror at the sight of Clarice the cat. Oh, she was terrible. Because she was a cat. Blech. And we were all like silently, we're saying, come on, Timmy, throw the egg, throw the deadly egg, come on, Timmy, throw it. And we could see Timmy was shaking all over. He was so scared. And Clarice said,
"Well, what do you want, little boy?"
And Timmy was scared, but suddenly he came to his senses, and he reared back his hand to throw the deadly egg at Clarice the cat, and he gripped it too tight, and it burst all over him. All over him, and Clarice the cat got one whiff of that deadly egg and scampered back in her house and slammed the door. And Timmy tried to, like, flick the stuff on her door, trying to get her that way, but it was too late, and there wasn't enough deadly egg. So he came back to us, and he was crying. Heavy tears he was crying. Some of those tears were from fear and terror. Some of those tears were from disappointment because he let us all down, but mostly they were from the deadly egg, because that egg, let me tell you, that egg reeked to high heaven. That stank. Oh my God, it was awful, just awful. Well, we managed to get Timmy home, and his mom asked, "What the hell happened? What's this?" And we told her some big kids threw some rotten eggs at us, and Timmy was the only casualty. And then that was the end of it. We all went home. Timmy wasn't in school the next day or the day after, but when he did come in to school finally, we kids were all like, "Oh, what stinks? Some stinks. Smell like rotten eggs in here. What is it?" I mean, we were kids, you know. And then one of the kids hung a nickname on Timmy. They called him Eggy, and the nickname stuck. And so, to this very day, Timmy is known as Eggy Forrester. Yep. He's known as Eggy. Now, you may not think this was a very scary story, but man, you didn't smell that egg. I mean, my God. Oh, that was terrible. Just terrible. Oh, God. Oh, making me want to hurl just thinking back about it. Oh, God, it was terrible.